Right guys, we're going to start this video here and we're at Bumper Bar. It is the final night of Bumper Bar tonight. After tonight, everything gets taken down. It should be, the demolition starts next Monday, so it's a week away. But from tomorrow, we've got to come in and take all the fans, all the electrical equipment down. There's TVs and they'll get moved. They'll get recycled, they'll go in the gills rooms, so we'll use everything. Right, now, what we're going to do in this video, guys, we thought we'd make a video about street names in Pattaya. Now, if you notice, everyone's got an unusual name. Like you've got something like Soi Diana, Soy Leni. But what we're going to do is we've got quite a few names for you, and we're going to go through them all, and we're going to give him why that name was there as well. So follow me on this journey. We're going to start off. We're going to Walker Street, and it's Soy Diamond. Now, Soy Diamond is unusual in that it is actually called Soy Diamond if you look on Google Maps. We assume it's because it is a private street and not named by City Hall. This street is home to famous bars such as Carousel and Windmill, but has got its name from the Diamond Hotel located in the alcove midway down the street. Umpy bumpy, it's off Soy Buffalo, it's Soy Pole. Soy Pole is also known as Soy Jameson, and if you look at Google Maps, it actually names the street this. Its real name is Chaliprikia 25, but we like Soy Pole. We don't need to tell you why this place got its name. Just look at the state of the road surface. The reason this soy is in such a bad condition is that it is owned by Toyota and is in fact private. So City Hall can't resurface, maintain or even put drainage. So Soy Pole, it shall remain forever. Here's one the ladies always speak about, a very popular street, Soy Namken. Shalom Prakiat 13 at the far end of Soy Buffalo is quaintly known as Soy Namken, as in soy ice. All locals know it as this, and it came from the fact there is an ice shop halfway down the street. When we passed through the soy today, we couldn't see any ice shop open, so whether it's closed or moved, we just don't know. But one thing's for sure, it is not going to lose its name, Soy Namken. Heading down to Beach Road now, and we find ourselves at Soy Post Office. Soy Post Office is the next street down from Yamoto, and the real name on the street map is Pattaya 13-2. This used to be a lively street with many daytime bars such as Club Nevada, Far East Rock, and dodgier places such as Hot and Cold, Pump Station, and of course the No Hands Bar. The street is of course named after the large post office building in the centre of the soy. A lot of the soy is littered with shops that sell packaging and will actually prepare your parcel and post it for you. Now we're in Arab territory with Soi Yensubai. Deep in Arab town territory, we find Soi Yensubai. This street is famous for all the Middle Eastern holiday boys that come each year and race their motorbikes up and down the street, pissing everybody off and being pretty dangerous too. There are several buildings in the street that have the name Yensubai, but the main condo is located just off a side street and is still a popular, budget-friendly choice for many expats. The actual maps don't show any legal name for Soi Yensubai, but vaguely mention Soi 17 Second Road. Across from Soi Yensubai is a street you would probably miss if you didn't look hard enough. It's Soi Hollywood, or Hollywood Plaza. You'll see the archway at the start of this pretty boring dead-end street and wonder why it got its name. Well, if we go back in history around 20 years ago, this was the original location of Hollywood Disco before it moved around town to a new premises. At the time, Hollywood was somewhat a high-energy club that attracted more gay clientele. Nowadays, it's just a cut-through soy for motorbike taxis. Now we're right in central Pattaya, and it's Soy Diana. This soy must be one of the most popular streets in Pattaya. It's home to the Eureka Lodge and the newly built Las Vegas Beer Garden. Soi Diana was aptly named after the popular Diana Hotel, which used to stand on the land area that is now occupied by the Edge condo. The real name of Soi Diana is Pattaya Sai Song 9 Alley. Bit of a mouthful. We will just keep Soi Diana. Thank you very much. We also have one of the most used to be party streets in Pattaya, equivalent to Walker Street. It's Soi Patea Land. Keeping on the 13 slash streets, we hit Pattaya 13 slash 3. Also known as Soy Patea Land. This used to be quite the nightlife area in town, and if you Google Pattaya Neon, a photo will pop up showing all the signage from the street. Walking Street didn't get a look in. Why the street failed, we do not know. It kind of died a death somewhat overnight. Some folk refer to the street as Soy Penthouse nowadays, and comes from the Penthouse adults only hotel that sits halfway into the street. Now, onto Walking Street itself. I bet you didn't know there's a Soy BJ. Just off Walking Street, we have a small soy called Soy BJ, and was named after Bill Jones, an American Vietnam veteran who, along with his wife, opened BJ's bar on that soy. The bar became a popular spot for expats, and the street eventually became known by the bar's name. In recent years, it was home to TQ2, which opened whilst the original TQ was fire damage. Later on, it turned into Wildcats. The street is mostly dead now, but have a look out for the Soy BJ sign. And no, it doesn't stand for anything else. Maybe Soy Honey should steal that name. Next up, we're in Pratamnag, and it's a street called Soy Russia. One of the more recent additions here, but it's still relevant and is being used around town to describe Praia 12. In the past, many folk called it Soy Patea Park, but with the arrival of many Russians in the area, it's got a name change. As we drive down the street, we can see all the Russian signs and businesses catering to our Ruski friends. It's pretty quiet just now as it's low season, and they seem to have mostly all gone home. Moving on to Third Road, this is an unusual one, Soy Land Office. If someone said to you, "Take me to Soy Land Office," would you know where to go? Well, this long street is located off Third Road near Sofan Market. Its real name is actually Soy Regional Land, and it joins onto Soy Bongkot 8. Many folk will know this area as home to the Lion Pub, but as you've guessed, it got its name from the Land Registry Office that is tucked away up a side street. The office is still there, but recently all dealings with Chinooks have been moved to a more central office, and the old building lies in darkness. Here's one you probably didn't know, and this one is named after a disco, Soy Exite. Soy Exite is actually called Chalom Prakiat 23, and with such a long name, it's no wonder folk abbreviated it to Soy Exite. Of course, it was named after the famous disco that once stood in the land area beside the street. We can see that the new entertainment zone has kept the original name, and the street is popular for cheap rooms for bar workers. Tell a taxi man Soy Exite, he will know it instantly. Fancy a bit of a soapy? Welcome to Soi PP Massage. A main thoroughfare street between Soi Buffalo and Third Road is Chalom Prakiat 21, but most folk know this as Soi PP Massage. You'll notice green road signs directing traffic down this Soi, as it's the only one in the area that is wide enough to fit 2 cars. Halfway down the street we find the huge PP Massage, and it really dominates the street. There are a few hotels and bars, but they were not famous enough to steal the street name. Now I bet you didn't know this one, Soy Dang Mu Watermelon. On the famous Soi Buffalo bend, right across from the Easy Corner Bar, we find Boxing Stadium Alley, or more commonly known as Soy Dang Mu Watermelon Street. Even we didn't know its name until we looked on Google Maps. We assumed there once was a boxing stadium at the end of the dead-end street. We do know its new watermelon name came from the corner supermarket that used to specialise in watermelon street sales. We didn't see watermelon today, so whether it's seasonal or they have stopped selling, we just don't know. Try the street name on any bar girl in Pattaya. Ask them if they know Soy Dang Mu. You'll be surprised. Now this one is quite an old soy, but it's still there and it's called Soy Jameson. This street is actually called Pattaya Klang 12, but everybody knows it as Soy Jameson, named after the famous Irish bar that is situated at the far end. Most of the street was built and developed by Nova Group. They were the ones that started the Jameson's Irish Bar. Some viewers may remember the -5 ice bar in the street, but that name never stuck. The Jameson Bar actually closed during the pandemic, but was completely rebuilt into a bistro style recently, and the street still keeps the famous name. Here's one for all you cheap Charlies, Soy New Plaza. Home of the cheap Charlie drinking bars, you'll find Soy New Plaza, just located between 2nd Road and Soi Buffalo. There is no official street name for this Soi, but probably got its name from the New Plaza Residence Hotel, located halfway along the street. It's home to the famous late night karaoke bar, the Crew Bar, and other popular joints such as Jane's Bar. The street splits into a double street, and it's supposed to be a one-way circular direction. Whether this is a private street, we don't know. But during Songkran and New Year, they do close off the whole street. So we should guess it is indeed private land. Fancy a bit of How's Your Father, Mr. Ed Sweeney? Let's head down Soy Honey. Soy Honey is actually called Pattaya Sai Song 11. You can understand why these real names don't work because they're not catchy enough. Soy Honey is a popular day and night area for, let's say, a certain type of entertainment pleasure. It's got a name from a famous establishment in the Soi, namely the Honey Inn. But other places have taken the Honey name as well. We think this place will always be known as Soy Honey. A quick note to mention, Alke Metro, as technically it doesn't have a real name. We Rent the Street is completely private, and indeed most businesses in the street have to pay more money to have street tables and chairs. It's built around Alke Metropole Hotel and was probably designed with that in mind. A street full of restaurants is one of your favourite places to get a steak. It's Soy Lenki. Soy Lenki is actually named Lenki on Google Maps, but we reckon it's actually Chalam Prakyat 25. This street was built by the Lenki family, and for some reason the name stuck. If you look at the whole area, you will see the Alke logo on all the balconies, as well as the nearby hotels, Alke Metropole and Alke President. So I guess if you build a whole street, you deserve to have it named after yourself. This one was in one of our last videos, we couldn't leave it out. It's Soy Buffalo. Soy Buffalo is actually called Soy Bongkot 3 and runs from 3rd Road to Soy Bongkot. There isn't much in the street and it's mostly residential. It's no surprise that its name comes from the famous Buffalo Bar located at the 3rd Road side of the street. Another street that has been here for a long time, it seems like forever, it's Soy Yamoto. Soy Yamoto is actually called Soy 13-1 and runs from 2nd Road to Beach Road. The sushi restaurant is now 46 years old and still going strong. This area is one of the oldest areas in Pattaya, and it's iconic that the whole street has been named after the restaurant. Other long-time places on the street include Hof Bar and PS Guest House. A bit of a new one now. I wonder why this place is called Soy Boomerang. Soy Boomerang is another street where we can't actually find out the correct name. On Google Maps, it is listed as Soy Boomerang. It's located just off Soy Buffalo and Soy 15. The street is a busy nightlife area, mostly containing gentlemen's clubs and the odd agogo. As you probably guessed, its name comes from the boomerang shape of the street as it goes around the corner. There is a boomerang guest house, but we don't know how much bearing it has on the original naming of the street. Do you know any other streets in Pattaya that have been renamed by the general public? Let us know if we missed any out in the comment section. So there you go, guys. This was streets that have lost the numbers and have become ubiquitous. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.